are being meted out on a daily basis by Apartheid Israel on innocent women and children and Palestinians. And we want to condemn the actions of the Apartheid Israeli government and call on them to adhere to human rights and ensure that they adhere to UN resolutions and give the right of return to Palestinians to their land. My grandfather coined this as the greatest moral issue of our time, and yet many citizens throughout the global community remain silent on this. We want to make a call to the international solidarity movement and the people in the global community who stood behind the Release Mandela campaign to ensure that they come united and stand behind the Palestinian struggle. As we were able to realize our freedom, we believe with their support from ordinary citizens of the global community, we shall be able in our lifetime to realize the freedom of Palestinians.
And there's also a call for the Israeli ambassador to be expelled. Is that something you support as well?
We highly applaud the stance of our government, which emanated from the 54th National Conference of the African National Conference in December, where we called for an immediate downgrade of the Tel Aviv embassy. But to then be able to see the bold step taken by Minister Lindiwe Sisulu of withdrawing our ambassador to Israel must be applauded. But we feel that under these atrocities that are being meted out daily on Palestinian people, it cannot be enough. We need to ensure that we expel the Israeli ambassador to South Africa and also start looking into those that support the Israeli apartheid regime, such as the South African Jewish Board of Deputies. We cannot, as South Africans that stand firm on supporting humanity, be able to have people within our borders supporting such states and regimes. And therefore, citizens throughout South Africa should also be cautious of the dealings they might be engaging in support of Israeli businesses. And we want to ensure that we squeeze them out of our country and ensure that there is no support whatsoever they are able to receive from South Africa.
May I ask that you just give us a short one in terms of this one?
Mr. Mandela, Palestinian view to South Africa, in the way that we have viewed project spatial planning, do you feel that, or are you satisfied with the way South African government has dealt with what has been termed the South African matter?
Well, what I was first and foremost able to witness while I was visiting Palestine, whatever the Palestinian people are experiencing is a worse apartheid than that we experienced during our time. And we want to say to South Africans and the South African government that we need to ensure that we take a bold step to stand against the brutality and the Nakba that is being carried out by the Israeli regime on Palestinians. It cannot be accepted and tolerated, such brutalities that we witness on a daily basis of killing of women, innocent children and Palestinians at large. And therefore we are calling on our citizens in South Africa to stand side by side with the Palestinians as they did during our darkest days of apartheid in South Africa.
Maybe I could somebody visit processes, just your message here today.
Namhlanje selusapho lakwaMandela. silapha uzowamkela isibheno esisuka ku ndidi ngeendidi zabantu nemibutho apha eMzantsi Afrika abagxeka indlela urhulumente wase-Israel uziphethe ngayo ukubulala abantwana, oomama nesininzi sabantu basePalestine esikubuka mihla nezolo. Sithi namhlanje singumzi waseMzantsi Afrika siyayibulela into yoba athi umphathiswa uMam'Lindi weSisulu akwazi urhoxisa uembasada wethu osimeleyo e-Israel. Kodwa sifuna uthi akuphelelanga oko, funeka aqinisekise into yoba ugxotha uembasada wase-Israel olapha eMzantsi Afrika, aphinde aqinisekise into yoba singumZantsi Afrika siyayijongisisa indima edlalwa yi-South African Jewish Board of Deputies ngendlela abafaka isandla loncedisa i-Apartheid Israel regime.
You received it on behalf of government.
On behalf of Parliament, and I'm going to submit it to the office of the Speaker.
Thank you very much. Thanks, Mr. Mandela.
Last question. What action do you think the public and government has to take in order to end the conflict with Gaza?
We need to ensure that we become activists in the Palestinian struggle. Women, children and elders in the entire landscape of South Africa need to rally behind the Palestinian support as they did during our darkest days of apartheid South Africa. They stood side by side with us. My grandfather, President Nelson Mandela, used to say to us that people like Fidel Castro, Muammar Gaddafi and Comrade President Yasser Arafat not only supported us with words, but they placed resources at our disposal to effectively fight the apartheid regime. It is therefore our time to ensure that we are duty-bound to support the Palestinians through their struggle.
Fantastic.
Thank you.